guys, it's me and Olive. Hello, people. Okay. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do your stage makeup. A few videos back, I went and picked out my favorite stage makeup items from a drugstore. So they're not super expensive, and I have most of the items here. Olive is already bored of this video. Just to preface, I am not a professional makeup artist, but this is just my real human, easy to follow guide for your stage makeup, for recitals, for shows, for whatever. Also, I forgot a mirror, the most important part of doing your makeup. So I'm doing my makeup into my phone. So if I start to look like this, it's because I'm looking at my phone. So let's do this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so your first step is your primer. Also, make sure your hands are clean. I just had some spinach, what was it?
Spinach jalapeno dip.
Spinach jalapeno dip. So my hands are not clean, but that's fine. So just put this all over your face, all over your beautiful face, and then you're done. Okay, ooh, I like to get my, I'm talking into my phone.
Yeah, on camera.
Oh my God. I like to get my sponge a little bit wet so that it holds your makeup better. Hello from across the kitchen. Just put a tiny bit of water on it. Don't like drench it in water. Okay. Foundation. Hopefully I chose the right shade. I kind of just eyeballed it, which usually doesn't work out, but that's okay. I'm not a huge fan of like, okay. As I was about to say, I'm not a huge fan of caking on foundation. So much just came out. Just get enough out, and you're gonna put this all over your face. That was kind of a lot. Dab, don't, I'm talking into my phone again. Dab, don't swipe. So you're just gonna go like this. I feel really weird doing this. Okay, after foundation, grab your brush, the little fuzzy guy. That's your powder brush. So then, open up your powder, which I might get all over the kitchen table, but that's okay. You guys, your powder might come with this little fluffy guy, but you don't need him. Get your little powder brush. Ooh, it smells weird. You wanna smell it?
No.
Okay. Anyways, put it here, 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 here. And just put it all over your face, and this sets in your foundation. If you have areas of your face that get more sweaty than others when you're dancing, put a little bit more powder in those areas. So for me, it's my side of my nose, my middle forehead, and my chin. Great, so once you have enough on, then you can stop putting it on. All right, close your powder. Okay, so what is this called? This is bronzer, but this can be done for contouring, guys. You wanna get the brush that looks like this. So it's fanned and it's angled, and it's like a little thin, okay? I'm not a huge contour lady, but I'll teach you the really simple way. You wanna contour here, on the sides of your nose. That's pretty much it. So take your little guy, put it in whatever bronzer or contour kit that you got. This one I like. Just put a little bit in. I use my hand as my other brush, so we're gonna be real dirty after this. Then make a little fish face, and then you're gonna go in the crease in a swipe up, and then you're gonna circle through. So it'll look like this. Like that. Okay, then I like to squish the angle brush, put it in the bronzer, and then do it on the sides of your nose, and that contours your nose. Don't put too much on, you'll look a little crazy in my opinion, on the other side of your nose. And this supposedly makes your nose contoured and thinner, and you can always blend it out. Yeah, moving on up. So our highlighter really pops on stage, and this goes at the top of your cheekbones. And again, you want to use that same angle brush. You can just kind of like, just clean it up from the bronzer. Get a little bit of highlighter on. This is the one from e.l.f. that I showed you guys. Underneath your eyes and on top of your cheekbones. And then you should be all glimmery. Here. All the way on top. And then you can put a little on the tip of your nose, around your face and your jawline. Not too much, you don't want to be too shiny. We have a friend.
Hello!
This is Zach.
Get in more, scoot in.
come on in.
No, oh, I can see myself. Look at that.
You guys, you're gonna meet Zach in another video. Well, I guess you're meeting him right now. You're gonna see Zach in another video. Should we keep going or?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have two gentlemen watching me do my makeup. Okay guys, so now we're on to our blush. Your blush is gonna look really bright in person, but on stage, you definitely wanna load a little bit more on than you would just like going to the mall or something. So, use a blush brush. Wow, I'm really surprised I said that perfectly.
That was impressive.
Thank you. Now, if it's a little bit too much, there's a lot of blush on here, you can just put a little bit on your hand and then put it on your cheeks. Okay. We are onto our brows. Now, I didn't pick out a brow item from the store, but that's because brow items are really individual. So some people don't touch their eyebrows, some people will fill them in majorly with like a liquid brow filler. I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on the brow situation. You honestly could take whatever color your eyebrows are from an eyeshadow and use an angled brush. This little baby guy, can you see him? Yeah? Okay. This little baby guy, you just put him in whatever powder. So for me, I have dark eyebrows, so I would use the darkest brown and then fill it in. I do have a cream one that I like to use. This one's a little expensive, it's from Benefit. But I have used my super cheap brown eyeshadow. So just take your thing. Hey, this has a mirror.
Goodbye, phone.
Okay, so then just fill in your brows to your own liking. I already have like kind of dark eyebrows. Not kind of dark, really dark eyebrows. So I don't like to fill them in too much or else I look like Ursula. Voila, we have darker brows. And then I like to brush them through also. This should just come with your brush kit. You guys, I'm like kind of OCD about brushing my eyebrows. This is a really weird thing. I brush my eyebrows like 4 times a day. Because if one little hair gets like out of position like this, it's terrible. So you just gotta brush them and leave them. That's a normal human thing, right? Yeah. Okay, it's not. Anyways, we're moving on. Okay, we're now going to our eyes. So grab your CoverGirl palette. I forget what it was called, but this is the one that I chose for you guys. It's the little trio, and you got to pick whatever color is good for you. I chose the one for brown eyes. Take your eyeshadow brush, whatever one you decided to choose. Find the lightest cream color, and this is gonna go underneath your brows, okay? So right where that little brow arch is, you're putting the cream. Okay, so after you put the cream underneath your eyebrows, you're gonna move on to your gold or bronze color, and that's gonna go all over your lid. So I like to use a little kind of fanned out brush like this. It's round, and it looks kind of like a baby version of the powder brush. So you're gonna put that in the bronze or the gold, and this is gonna go all over your lid. Kind of go in the crease too. This is just that base coloring so that you're shimmery on stage. Okay, beautiful. So once that's kind of all over your lid, you now have a base color. You're gonna go to your darkest one, okay? You can use your thinner, more angled brush for the outside creases if you want. And you can also use kind of the fanned out. This is a bigger fan. I'm gonna start with the angled one just to get the exact direction the eyeshadow is gonna go, and then I'll blend it with the other one. So now go to your darkest color in the palette. Now what I like to do is keep my eyes open instead of closing them for this eyeshadow part. Open and pick the spot that will be the outside edge for your eye. So for me, it starts like 1/2 inch into my eye, and I just do the outside. And this is you darkening the edges so that you can create that smoky eye. And bring it out over here. You can even turn the brush. So I'm going in my creases and about 1/2 inch from the outside in. And you can make it as dark or as light as you want. I like a medium smoky eye. A medium rare eye.
Yep, these are medium rare.
So we're here, and then we'll do the other eye too. So keep your eyes open. I would go about 1/2 inch in and set the coloring in. Now it might look not blended, which is what's happening to my eye right now, and that's okay. Don't panic. Okay, so the edges are darker. So then I'm gonna take my the fanned out brush and I'm gonna blend them together. So I like to just blend in circles, and this softens the edges of each color so you don't look like you did your makeup with no mirror. Cool. We got kind of a smoky eye happening. Okay, all right. Now, grab your eyelash curler, this little guy, okay? Get your eyelashes in there. Don't pinch your skin, and then just close it. I would close it like 4 times. This I can do with no mirror because I've done this in my car. So, whoops. Sorry, law enforcement. And, okay, now we have a curled lash. Okay, normally I would put a million layers of mascara on because I love long eyelashes, but since we are gonna do our fake eyelashes, you don't need to put a ton of mascara on. You really could even skip it, but I like to darken the lash line and thicken them up so that the eyelashes look a little more natural when you put the fake ones on. So we're here. This I can also do without a mirror. Rocco's cruising around the kitchen. So just put a little bit of mascara on, make sure you lift lift the edges. My trick to mascara is to put it at the lower lash line and then wiggle it up. I think that helps separate the lashes and it really lengthens them. And then get the inside. Okay, great. I'm realizing right now, you could have done your liquid eyeliner before your mascara, but I like to do mascara, fake eyelashes, and then put the eyeliner over the lashes so that if you have any remaining glue, the eyeliner covers that gunk, okay? All right, the moment of truth. We're going to our fake eyelashes, which will either go really well or really poorly, so here we go. Okay guys, so your eyelashes, this is probably really obvious, but I just found this out a few years ago, are in the direction of your eyeballs. So yes, there is a left and a right. So put the eyelashes like they're on your face. This is your left side eyelash. This is your right side eyelash, okay? So I'm gonna grab, let's do the left side first. So you can just peel them off with your hands. There's a lot of controversy. You can put eyelashes on with your hands. You can put them on with tweezers. You can put them on with one of the fancy eyelash tools. I'm gonna do them with my hands. Because remember, what is our motto, Bray? Good enough. Okay, so grab your glue, and I would squeeze a little bit out onto another thing, like a random piece of paper, so that you don't have like a huge chunk come out onto your eyelashes, okay? Now, you're gonna put a really thin line of glue from the tip all the way across. Enough to see it on there, but it doesn't need to be loaded on. I will say, put more on the edges because those tend to peel up than on the inside. Now, give it like 20 seconds to become tacky. You can shake it out like this. I think it helps. It might just be like a psychological, I think it's helping. You can blow on it a little bit. While it's becoming tacky, I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes your eyelashes are too long for the length of your natural lash line. So I have a longer lash line, so these are like a perfect length for my eyeball. But I've put eyelashes on other people and you can cut them. So if they're too long, like they're kind of like coming to like the edge of your actual skin and no longer your eye, you should probably cut them. Cut them from the edges, not the inside, because they're tapered. They're like baby on the inside and then they get longer and longer and longer, just like a regular eye. A regular eye. We're going to put these on. Now, I don't put them on the inside. I do like a few lashes in and then you press them all the way to the edge. So don't get frustrated. I'm scared. Let's see how this is gonna go. Okay, close your eyeball. Grab your eyelashes. Now you're gonna press them onto your lash line. Get them as close to your lash line as possible and hold down the edges, you guys. The edges are what are gonna wanna pop off. See, this is what they don't show you in actual makeup tutorials because this happens in real life, you guys. It'll pop off like this. It's gonna pop off. But don't get frustrated. Just close your eyes again and press along your lash line to secure the glue. This is where a pair of tweezers might come in handy just to help you press, or you could even use one of your brushes, like the angled one, to just get that baby on there. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Get that inside one on there, and then I would just push them up a little bit with your own hands. And you guys, this glue dries clear, so don't get scared if there's like a whole bunch of white stuff on your lash line. It'll be clear in about a minute. Voila, and we have a fake eyelash on. Okay guys, so now that you have your falsies on, you can reevaluate your eyeshadow. So whenever I put my eyelashes on, I'm like, okay, is my eyeshadow dark enough? And I think right now that my eyeshadow could be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go back really quickly, just get the darkest color again, really load it on there. Don't get your eyelashes, but just go right above them and darken wherever you think it might be too light. You might have done it perfectly, in which case you are ahead of me, but just darken it to your liking. Remember, stage makeup is usually darker, not usually, it is a lot darker than just day-to-day makeup. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so from there, our next difficult step is our liquid eyeliner. Shake that baby up. Now, your liquid eyeliner can also be done to your liking. Usually you do a little bit of a cat eye or a wing for a stage makeup. So let's see how this goes. So the eyeliner that I chose for you guys in that video a while back has a really awesome brush. It's super thin and super precise, and this will help you so that you don't have to redo your makeup. You don't want to do a cheap liquid eyeliner where it like barely comes on, or the line gets all funky because the brush is weird and then you have to start your whole eye over. That's like my actual nightmare, yeah. So let's take our liquid eyeliner, make sure there's not too much on it. You can just kind of brush it off at the top. Close your eyeball of choice, and you're gonna pull it a little bit tighter to the edge. I would go to where your lash line starts. I'm not a huge fan of going from like the actual inside corner of your eye, but that's up to you. And you're just gonna brush in a straight line. I like to go from the inside out and then outside in. Now just stop at the edge, don't do your cat eye yet. Okay, so with liquid eyeliner, you guys have all seen that little meme or tweet or whatever it is where when your eyeliner gets thicker and thicker and thicker, I'll have Brayden find it. It's so funny and it's so accurate. Start with a thin line. Don't load it on thick. Start with thin and then keep thickening it. That's my biggest advice to you guys. So I started with a pretty thin line and I'm gonna go back and make it a little bit thicker. I like to use smaller motions instead of just one sweep across. That's a pretty good line if I do say so myself. Then from here, to make your cat eye, this is what I do. Keep it pulled, choose where you want your cat eye to end, make a little dot, and then you're gonna swoop under to connect to the line that you already made. Swoop, under, and connect. Then go to the top of where that dot was and fill in the other part of the cat eye. Voila, and now you have a cat eye. Kind of. You can fill it in the top to make it thicker. So that process was dot, swoop to connect to your eye, dot, connect the top. So you kind of made a little triangle. And then just fill it in to however dark you want to make it. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, so once you have your other side cat eye done, chances are they're not even. So you can go back and try and make it as even as possible. I kind of made the right. You know, why is it that you always like one eye better than the other? I love this side right now, and this side is just not up to par. So she better step it up, lady. I'm gonna fix this to hopefully be a little bit more even. That looks pretty even to me. Good enough. All right, you guys. Whew, I can breathe now. That was the tough part. So your very last step, actually scratch that, second to last step is your lipstick. I have been like real dry lately, so I've been having to put on a lot of chapstick. So if you have dry lips, little dry lips, you want to put some chapstick on before your lipstick so that it doesn't crust. Nobody likes a crusty lip, okay? So I am gonna put on some chapstick, so please hold. Okay, my chapstick's on. So now you're gonna put your lipstick on. You can do a lip liner if you would like, but I just kind of like to just go for it. Okay, go from the edges in and always start lighter, then you can go through and darken it, okay? And don't forget the top, because this looks crazy. Okay, now we got our lipstick on. I haven't worn a red lip in a while, so this is a little jarring for me, but it's okay. Okay, guys, so now you have your full face on and you gotta lock it in. So this is your matte finish. Remember, matte, not shiny, because you don't want to be sweaty and dewy on stage. Spray it about, I don't know, what is this, a foot? A foot away from your face. Let's do a tester. Okay, you're gonna go one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, okay? So we'll go around. And graceful. And now you're done. So you basically have your whole face of stage makeup on. When you get to recital or shows or wherever you're doing your makeup, your powder is gonna be your best friend. So what you wanna do is when you get shiny in between, maybe it's an intermission or you have a break or whatever, use your powder to just fill in the spots that are getting shiny. I wouldn't reapply foundation. And you also wanna take care of your skin. Dance is not very skin friendly because you're sweating and then you're just loading on even more foundation. So it makes it a little bit easier for your skin to break out. So take care of your skin. Hopefully this helped. So yes, I'm back to brushing my eyebrows. All right guys, so I hope that helped you. Again, this is just my easy to follow guide for those of you who are not professional makeup artists. I'm sure there's lots of different ways to try this, but that's how I've been doing it and that's how it's been working for me. So thank you for watching. Don't forget that we have a new dance vlog every single Wednesday and a new choreography video the last Friday of each month. Happy dancing!